welcome to Tales of Honor Podcast, a podcast dedicated to telling the true stories of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tales of Honor Podcast, the only podcast dedicated to telling the true stories of every Medal of Honor recipient. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrosch, and today's episode is episode number 190, and it takes place during the Vietnam War. And now, a tale of honor. Peter was born on the 4th of September, 1932, in Orange, New Jersey. He went to, and graduated from, high school in South Orange in 1950 before enlisting in the U.S. Marine Corps on the 5th of February, 1952. Peter completed his recruit training with the 2nd Recruit Training Battalion in Parris Island in April as a private first class. He then transferred to the West Coast in order to complete his advanced infantry training. Soon after, Peter was deployed to Korea, where he was a fire team leader and radio man with 3rd Platoon, Company B, 1st Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Marine Division. He returned to the States as a corporal in October of 1953 and finished up his enlistment at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina as a squad leader and platoon guide. Once on inactive Ready Reserve with the 4th and 1st Marine Corps Reserve and Recruitment Districts, Peter was discharged in May of 1961 so that he could re-enlist with the active Marine Corps. Within a month, he was promoted to sergeant and then was transferred again to the West Coast in July of 1962. After several transfers and small deployments, Peter was a staff sergeant with the 1st Marine Division when he was deployed to the Republic of Vietnam. It was his actions here that would earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action against enemy Viet Cong forces at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty while serving as platoon sergeant of the 3rd Platoon, Company F, 2nd Battalion, 3rd Marines, 3rd Marine Division, Reinforced, Fleet Marine Force in Quang Ngai Province, Republic of Vietnam on 25 February 1966. Leading his platoon on a search and destroy operation in an area made particularly hazardous by extensive cave and tunnel complexes, Sergeant Connor maneuvered his unit aggressively forward under intermittent enemy small arms fire. Exhibiting particular alertness and keen observation, he spotted an enemy spider hole emplacement approximately 15 meters to his front. He pulled the pin from a fragmentation grenade, intending to charge the hole boldly and drop the missile into its depths. Upon pulling the pin, he realized that the firing mechanism was faulty, and that even as he held the safety device firmly in place, the fused charge was already activated. With only precious seconds to decide, he further realized that he could not cover the distance to the small opening of the spider hole in sufficient time, and that to hurl the deadly bomb in any direction would result in death or injury to some of his comrades tactically deployed near him. Manifesting extraordinary gallantry and with utter disregard for his personal safety, he chose to hold the grenade against his own body in order to absorb the terrific explosion and spare his comrades. His act of extreme valor and selflessness in the face of virtually certain death, although leaving him mortally wounded, spared many of his fellow Marines from death or injury. His gallant action in giving his life in the cause of freedom reflects the highest credit upon the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Peter was wounded on the 25th of February, 1966, and was transported to the USS Repose for medical care. However, he died 11 days later at the age of 33 years old. Peter Spencer Connors is buried in the Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery in San Diego, California, Section A-E, Grave 1005. And that was a Tale of Honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor Podcast. Please head on over to talesofhonorpodcast.com for more information and other ways to listen and support the podcast. And please be sure to leave a good rating and a nice review wherever it is you're listening. It surely helps. If you have any questions or comments, you can send them on over to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, I'm Christoph Ambrosch. Thanks for listening.